the greatest sporting event on Earth. We are live in Gothenburg, only moments away from the start of the final match of Group 4. Brazil versus the Soviet Union.
So much more than just a game for Brazil, and with all their losses in the last decade, the country's spirit has been just crushed. We've even seen some Brazilian fans committing suicide by jumping from the upper tiers of the stadiums.
But let's be honest, the Soviets are the reigning Olympic champions, and Brazil should be counting their blessings they even qualified for the World Cup.
Brazilians are about to enter a stadium filled with Europeans all rooting against them. They don't stand a chance. They're young, they're unorthodox, they got no discipline, and they're mixed race to boot.
It's just sad, really, and now with all the player injuries, they are forced to play a 17-year-old reserve. You almost have to feel sorry for Brazil.
Lack of confidence has been a real problem for the Brazilians, and starting a 17-year-old is hardly the answer. In fact, reports from the locker room say the teenager was sick to his stomach upon learning he would be starting. Not exactly the confidence boost Brazil was hoping
for. The 1958 World Cup in Sweden. It's Brazil versus the Soviet Union. The World Cup debut for 17-year-old Edson Nascimento, the youngest player ever to play in the tournament. And Ulemi Stadium is absolutely booming. 50,000 screaming fans, millions more tuning in from around the world. In only a few moments, it will be up to this youngster and his South American brothers to keep their nation's hopes and dreams alive.
Today, July 16th, 1915, perhaps the most important day in our lifetimes. For only in a few hours' time, 11 of Brazil's graceful warriors will play right here in Rio de Janeiro at the newly built Maracanã Stadium. Seoul is the tide to win, and the whole city has been shut down to prepare for celebrations on a scale never before.
Come on, Chico! Let's play! Yeah, come on, Chico! I'm done shining shoes!
I finished shining shoes and was walking Zaka home when he slipped. He fell in the river.
But you were playing football!
You should know better. You both go change and get back to shining shoes.
But, Ma, what about the World Cup?
Don't even think about it.
The score's still tied 1-1. The crowd here in East Mid now chanting, Brazil must win. And here comes Brazil now, giving it everything they've got. It's Zidane.
Go, just one goal.
Riaz crosses. It's Jair with the header. It's off the cross. 80 minutes in, the match is still tied 1-1. Over 200,000 fans now on their feet, crammed into every seat. Some eager fans even watching from the roof. And Uruguay's Ruben Moran now lines up for the corner kick. Here it is. Uruguay shoots. Just wow.
Chico, what's the score? Still 1-1, final minutes. He said still tied 1-1. The match is winding down. Alfinho.
Hey guys, what's the score?
Shh! Get lost, Oka!
I thought Ma you were here listening to the World Cup.
Okay, just stay quiet.
He shoots and it's goal!
What happened, Chico? What happened? Did we score?
Goal against Brazil, 2-1.
Guys, and now suddenly all the pressure is on Brazil with only... Ademir driving the ball forward fast and now and oh no! The final whistle! We are defeated 2-1! Brazil has lost the 1950 World Cup. All 200,000 fans have fallen into a definite silence.
Come on guys, let's go. I thought we were gonna win.
I'll win a World Cup for Brazil by, I promise.
If you're smart, Chico, you listen to your mother. You focus on school and avoid the football like the plague.
Yes, I get it. Football is romantic. I should know I met your father at a game. 5 goals he scored with his head that day. Then we got married, and I told him if he was so good with his head he wouldn't play football. They paid him nothing and dropped him as soon as he hurt his knee. No insurance, no severance. You think your father wanted to be a janitor? Spend the rest of his life scrubbing toilets? Coming! Now, Chico, can I trust you to finish this so I can hang the wash?
The Battle Youth Cup. Man, that tournament's for street kids. Why bother?
Because the Brito's gonna be at the final.
Valdemar do Brito? The Scouts? Yeah, it says he is looking for players for the Santos Football Club. Puxa, once he sees me play like Di Stefano, I'm going pro, baby. Wait till he sees me play like Puskas.
And I'll be like Mazzola.
And I'll be like Pele.
Who the heck's Pele?
Goalkeeper for Vasco.
Bile, imbecile. His name's Bile.
What idiot would think Bile's name is Pele?
We can call this boy Pele.
Hey, Pele, stop this shot.
Senhor José, I'm sorry for my son.
Me? But he
Shh! Chico. I won't bring him again.
Copa da Juventude de Baru.
Tournament? Are you crazy? Your parents smell you be shouting shoes. Nah, fuck up.
Maybe he's right, Jill. What if your mom finds out?
Hey, come on. Let's show these snobby Hikinos how we play.
Fine, but I'm out. I don't want mine to kill me. I'm innocent. Come on, let's do this. He's not eating.
Welcome to round one of the Bauru Yuka.
Why does it go so far?
It's full of air. Vai, Chico, vai. Vai, Chico, vai.
That's the match. And on field number one, the Kings also advance to the second round.
Oh, sorry they don't match. Only thing I had were my mom's bed sheets. Wait, you knit these? Well, so technically.
Hey, this sewing is pretty good here.
Yeah, I'll use a double hem.
A little more.
I guess I could take this out a bit. Shirts make you feel all trapped inside.
Go on field number two.
Everyone's over there watching the Kings.
And final seconds now on field number one. Go! And there's the final whistle. The Kings win 8-0. Come back tomorrow for the final where the Kings will take on team number 7.
Hey! They are called the shoeless ones.
We need football boots.
Boots? How are we gonna pay for boots?
Ô, azeitona preta, por que esses sacos estão tudo furados aqui? Não, pô, vamos tomar cuidado com os sacos. Tudo furado aqui, ó. Os amendoim tudo caindo aqui.
I got an idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, hostess, stolted, packed with vitamins. Today's special, buy two get a free shine. Free shoe shine, free shoe shine. Who wants to shine? Chocolate, stop right up. Christmas Yamazoo, stop right up. Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts here.
Wow, he scrubs floors and shines shoes. Hey, Pele, how much for a shine?
Don't call me that,
Or what?
or you got problems.
Who, Fatty and his sister?
Hey, Yudi's not a girl.
Then why is he needy? For ice.
Sewing, technically.
Put it away.
Now, how much for a shine? Pele. Your teacher did this to you?
Uh-huh.
Is this true, Zaka? How dare she? You and me are gonna have a word with that woman tomorrow after school.
Tomorrow? No, I can't. I mean, you have work.
Celeste, let me talk to his teacher. You go to work. You know, when I was your age, I used to get in fights, especially when other boys called me names. But with time, I learned. A good player knows that fighting comes from insecurity. The point is, Chico, if you want to play professionally, you can't be ashamed of who you are.
I couldn't believe it. Not only did he keep the fight a secret, but he knew all about the tournament. And he even said he hopes I become a pro football player.
Wow, that's great, Jacob.
What happened to your glasses?
I don't want them to call me names.
Bingo! Hands up!
What? They're used and gigantic! You kidding me? And other complaints?
Señoras y señores, welcome to the final of the Bauru Youth Cup. Today's match, the Kings, led by Captain José Altafini, versus the Shoeless Ones, led by Captain Pele.
Calma, hey, calma. They're just trying to get you mad.
It's working.
And please, give a warm welcome
take it easy.
to football legend Valdemar de Brito. Here scouting for the Santos Football Club.
Wow.
Teams take the field.
Okay, everyone know the plan? When in doubt?
Do what they do.
All right, boys, may the best team win.
Okay, no block it!
Go, José Altafini, and the Kings off to a quick lead. The Kings up 2-0.
Watch where I go, Chico!
The Shoeless Ones all tripped up.
With my defense!
The Kings in perfect form. A beautiful give and go. Go, Altafini, 6-0.
Nice moves, Pele.
Hey, go, man! It's not worth it! Chico, stop! Toma, Chico! Chico, what are you doing?
I hate these boots.
Hey, Chico!
Senores, hold on to your hats. 10 minutes still on the clock in the second half. Let's samba! Still on the clock. That's the final whistle. The Kings win 6-5.
Should beat those guys.
Don't worry, Chico. It's okay. Listen. I bet you don't mind. He's got pele now.
Look here. Hey, Miles.
Hey.
Guys, I think someone wants their peanuts back.
Uh-oh.
São eles, vamos! Deixa eu pegar você na vassoura! Come back here, Vivek! I'm gonna get you!
This way!
Tudo pra lá, cara!
You okay? I think it's sprained. You could get out of here, you know.
We're both getting out of here. Just give it a minute to rest.
No, not the cave. I mean, you could get out of here, Chico. That's what did today.
chance to buy football boots. But if I hadn't said we needed the stupid boots, Thiago wouldn't have died. It's all my fault, mine. I killed him. I killed him.
It's okay, Chico. You didn't know.
I'm gonna be good now, Mike. I'm gonna study and do good in school. I promise.
Valdemar de Brito, football scout. I think it's time he worked with you in the clinic after school.
Nothing. Let's do this. Yes. Compass! You know, when I was a kid, I had a mango tree just like that. I taught myself how to practice with the fruit. Green for shooting, ripe for finesse. Desculpa. nice and soft. Okay? Whoa! Soft! Let's do it again. Again. Whoa! Oh! That's it. Calma. It's okay. Breathe. Don't try so hard. Just enjoy yourself. Everything else will come. That's it. Try that one. Good. Now just... It's way too high. Do what comes natural to you. You're all come.
No one can get that high, except with a header.
Oh, not a head. With your feet.
Tomorrow I'll just head that thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Chico!
Chico, this is Mr. Valdemar de Brito.
How would you like to try out for the Santos Football Club?
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
You've had enough, Maria. Go help your brother try on his new pants.
Okay, all set.
What's wrong, Chico?
I don't think I can do this, Maria. Maybe I should just say no.
How'd you get the key?
An advance from Senhora Altafine. How do I for the pants?
I took an advance from the clinic.
But mine bought you a cake.
Yeah, they're giving up a lot for this, aren't they? You're right. We have to be strong for them now.
He's only 15, Donjinho. He's never even left Bauru.
Cha-cha-cha-cha!
Zaka. I'll be back before you know it, okay?
Okay, time to go.
I love you guys. Be good.
Go, meu filho. You go make us proud.
Welcome to Santos. Each of you will be evaluated based on your execution of proper form and discipline. Number 1 and number 2. There's no magic in football, boys. Whatever primitive style you played at home, forget it. Here, you learn to master the techniques of the best team in Europe. Oh! That's exactly the kind of monkey business I'm talking about. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground, boys.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, back off, boys, back off. This is the win for the pro team now, for the pro team. And here's the win for the junior team, boys, junior team. And the youth team. Okay, congratulations everyone. Welcome to the club. Now, shower up. Come on, here we go.
Now the side foot is for accuracy, but for power, use the instep here with the laces out, not the toe. Laces out. You see what happens when we play with that primitive style? We lose. Watch how Hungary beats us in the 54 quarterfinal. No showmanship, no beating their mark. They just mastered the formations.
Let's go. Come on, Tico. Let's go, Tico.
Come on.
Laces out.
Boy, he never scores.
Well. Leaving so soon?
Mr. De Brito, what are you doing here?
I was going to ask the same of you.
I'm no good, Mr. De Brito. I can't play like the other guys. And if I don't go back to school now, I'll end up cleaning toilets.
Mm-hmm. And what's wrong with that?
Cleaning toilets?
No. What's wrong with not playing the way the other guys do?
Coach says the way I play is primitive.
It is primitive. It has a long and rich history.
Then why is Coach hated?
Well, it all started at the beginning of the 16th century. Huh?
Come on.
If you don't want to know, I'll
No, Mr. De Brito. I do want to know. Please, tell me.
Okay. Like I was saying, it was the beginning of the 16th century. The Portuguese arrived to Brazil with African slaves. But the Africans' will was strong. And many escaped to the jungle. To protect themselves, the runaway slaves called upon the Chinga, the foundation of capoeira, the martial art of war. When slavery was finally abolished, the capoeiristas came out of the jungle, only to find that capoeira was outlawed throughout the land. They saw football as a perfect way to practice the Jenga without being arrested. It was the ultimate form of Jenga. And before long, the Jenga evolved, adapted, until it was no longer just ours, but the rhythm within all Brazilians. But by the 1950 World Cup, most believed our Jenga style was to blame for the loss and turned against anything associated with our African heritage. And just like your coach has been trying to remove Jenga from your play, we've been trying to remove it from ourselves as a people ever since. But the Jenga's very strong in you, Jico. So you can either show us what happens when you have the courage to embrace who you truly are. Or you can get on that train and you will never know.
over here.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
Do it again.
Estamos disputando ese nacimiento de fuegos. Man,
Did the kid score 4 goals? Zito, midfielder, protein.
So,
you know the best part of scoring 4 goals is? You get to run out and bring me coffee. Ancient Santos tradition. And put some gas into it, huh?
Nicknamed Chico, rolled up to the junior team after a few unbelievable matches at the youth level. Oh, what a move! He touched one, that's another, down through the middle, the shot,
You're not there, kid. That's the wrong list, Chico. Welcome to the pros.
And now suddenly the top world trophy halfway through the season. And now starting to come out in form. As Santos cracks up. Everyone eager to watch the 16-year-old phenom and his magical style of play. Oh my goodness, up now. Another penny. Now it's back the other way. It is up Zito. Back to Nascimento. Got himself a Chico now. Chris Henderson. Right to Torres. Oh, wait a minute. It's still got the ball. From outside the
Yes?
Delivery for Dona Celeste.
For me, there must be a mistake.
It's a gift, mãe.
Chico!
Hey, Maria.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
It's going to be in the kitchen.
Hey, pai.
Aqui na cozinha ou no quarto? O que a gente faz?
It's going in my room because
Don't
it's
touch
more
the stove,
safe.
Maria.
Where's the fire?
Hey, it's not a toy. You do realize there is no gas in bottle, right?
Don't break their hearts. We can just use it as a table.
For you, pai.
Hey! Whoa! Wow.
It's a radio.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Now you can listen to my games.
Oh, no, not in my house. Listen to your games. Are you trying to give your mother a heart attack? We can listen to Team Brazil invitations tomorrow.
Don't you
Mama.
listen, Zoka. Besides, you have school and your father works. Does that mean nothing to you?
Calma, Maria. I'm 16. There's no way I'm making the selection.
Mm-hmm. He's right. No point to listen. Has to be disappointed.
Radio Bandeirantes announces the list of invitations to the national selection. 22 of our very best pro players to represent Brazil in the 1958 World Cup. And here they are: Gilmar, Bellini, Djalma Santos, Gigi, Zagallo, Garrincha, Nilton Santos, Orlando, Zito, Vavá, Castilho, and Mazzola, who at 19 years old would be the youngest player selected. But also making the list, 16-year-old Chico Nascimento. Nascimento and Mazzola likely to be competing.
What's going on out there?
Chico, you look sick. Are you okay?
Let me get this straight. Top scorer gets coffee, the youngest player gets lunch, and the shortest cleans the showers.
Yo, our ancient Santos traditions.
Man, you think maybe Zito was making them up? But man, that's incredible. You're playing with Zito and the pro team.
It's not the same as with you guys. I miss Thiago.
Me too.
Where's Fafinho?
We robbed the store.
What?
I got away, but Fofino got 1 year in jail.
Yuri.
I know. It's just, you know how things go around here. Hey, but I've been listening to all your games. I still can't believe you made the selection.
You heard?
It's pretty much the greatest thing that ever happened to us. We're all gonna be pulling for you out there.
Now is a critical time for our country, my friend. Ever since we lost the cup in 50, we become ashamed. The spirit of our people is dying, but now you can change all that. I had Yuri stitch it on for you.
Pele?
Yeah.
But that's what those rich kids called me to make fun of me.
No. It's what the people called you when they saw you play with Ginga. And when I saw you had something, I did not. Years ago, Chico, when I first became a professional footballer, I wanted to play with Ginga so beautiful. Brazilians would rock with pride. But when I finally got my shot, I was filled with doubt. And it ended my career.
But why?
Because I stopped believing. Doubt can turn a beautiful Ginga move into a dangerous one. But you have to be stronger than I was, Chico. When people say mean things about you and how you play, you must never fail.
Ashamed, but I got it. Calm.
Stay strong, my friend.
Hey, watch this. So you're the kid that thinks you can dribble like me, huh? Then you've got style. The name's Gahisha.
Hi, Chico.
This is Castillo.
Castillo, hey.
It's Mauro.
Hey, Mauro. Chico.
Vavá.
Hey, Vavá.
Zito, you know, right?
Nascimento, hey! Hey,
and
Zito.
Didi.
See you on the bench, kid.
The bench? But coach hasn't picked the lineups yet.
You sure about that?
There's your competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Mazola. Good luck convincing coach to start you over him.
Wow, he scrubs floors and shacks.
And I'll be like Mazola.
It's José Tafini.
Yeah, but he goes by Mazola. Because he says he plays just like the legendary Italian striker.
Well, my family is Italian and I was trained in that style of play. So I'm confident I will bring some of the sophistication and class some others of the team may lack.
Gahisha, do you really think your Ginga style will hold up against the Europeans?
I don't see what's so bad about Ginga.
Listen, it's okay. Silencio. Okay, listen, no one here wants to relive 1950. I can assure you that this team will be civilized both on and off the field. We will only show our best face in Sweden. All right, let's take the photo.
Brazil is at a crossroads. We either go down in history as the savages,
where we enter the ranks of the civilized. The president spoke those words to me this morning. And I promised him that this team, that my team, unlike those of the past, would not make fools of ourselves and Brazil. And you may be 16 years old, but you're now a spokesman for this great nation. Ginga style might have worked for you back in Santos, but it will never hold up at an international level.
But coach,
I don't want to hear it! It won't happen again. Say it.
It won't happen again. Ah! It won't happen again.
Get him a haircut and some proper clothes.
According to insider reports, Coach Viola is struggling with his new recruits during their first month of practices. But since fans called for replacing virtually the entire team after the disaster of 1950 and the disgrace of 54, the coach was left with few options outside of inexperienced and unconventional players. The bulky midfielder, Zito, bent-leg striker, Manega Riksha, and the youngster, Chico Nascimento, who made headlines last month for his outburst at the inaugural banquet, much to the chagrin of Coach Viola.
Teaching Brazilians to play the same disciplined formations as European teams seems challenging enough, but the coaching staff appears to also be encouraging a more refined presentation off the field.
Why all the fuss?
It's about changing that image. We don't want to arrive in Sweden and have the world say, oh, there's Brazil.
Yes, but you are Brazilian, aren't you?
No. You're not listening. I'm talking about the way others see us and how we play.
Then how do you account for the reports of the team playing lousy in practices?
Certain players still are not up to international standards.
And you think they can be by soon?
Maybe we're
There's
lousy
not much time.
because we're not playing the way we know how.
I really hope you're not saying what I think you're saying.
I mean, what if we just didn't get it right in 50?
Thank you, Mazola, for your time and, as always, thoughtful response.
My pleasure, Fernando. Anytime.
All I know is that coach picks the starting lineup today. Show him you can play the way Jose plays, and you might have a shot. But if you play with Ginga,
I know, it's just my dad.
your dad what?
Nothing, forget it.
I want to see good, clean football, boys! Short, sharp passes! Isso, Mazola! Excelente! You got Baba on the wing! Cross to the wing! Take it from him! Take it! All right, now spread it out, Blue! Here we go! Zito! You gotta block that out! Keep the ball moving here! Let's go! No, what are you thinking?
Are you okay?
I had a small collision.
What? What do you mean? Zico.
It's my knee.
It's
my knee, They don't know when I can play again.
What happened?
I should have stayed in school. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mai.
No, Chico. Chico. We made that choice together. And it was the right choice.
Your father and I love you no matter what.
Te amo, mãe.
A gente te ama.
Okay, let's have a look. Deep breath. Hey! Still too swollen to say. Keep ice on it for a few days.
And then you can play?
Maybe next season. I'm so sorry. We'll take another look in Sweden. If he's going.
It's too late to replace him now. Start him on rehabilitation.
That'll maximize for the flight.
Yes.
Everyone quiet, this is it!
Brazil struggled immensely with their team's image ever since they lost in 1950. Then in 54, shamefully stormed their opponent's locker room with broken bottles after losing in the quarterfinals. The big question now was, could they remake themselves? Well, they brought in coach Vicente Fiola for just that purpose. And the reports we've received have really surprised the world. It appears Brazil hasn't learned their lesson. Earlier this week, we heard about players injuring themselves using that same untrained street style that failed them in 1950. Clearly, Fiola wasn't man enough for the task. Expect Group 4 to go to the Soviet Union, followed by India.
It's the World Cup in Sweden. Football, football, football. The greatest game on earth.
Stockholm, the jewel of the Baltic, and home to the 1958 World Cup. Ticket queues stretching around city blocks for the upcoming games, where teams from 16 countries will compete for the coveted Jules Rimet Trophy. Last to arrive is Team Brazil, who only had to play Peru to qualify after Venezuela inexplicably withdrew after seeding, practically giving the Brazilians a free pass to the Cup. And there's the French national team, one of the favourites to win the World Cup, but not as favoured as the home nation, Sweden. There they are, stars Gunnar Gren, Kurt Hamrin, Sigge Parling, Nils Lidholm, Agnes Simonsen, and it seems one lucky reporter has scored an interview with everyone's favourite left winger, Lennart Nacka-Skoglund.
Nacka, how's the team feeling? Perfect. It's our country, our fans, and our time to shine.
How about Mexico?
Well, no team from outside Europe's ever won the Cup in European soil. Do you really think that Mexico or his misfits there will ever change there?
Let's see what Team Brazil has to say for themselves. It is fortunate these young athletes play with their feet, because it would appear the Cats got this one's tongue. And stay tuned for a special report on the wonders of Swedish culture and cuisine after these messages from our sponsors.
Bunch of fascists, if you ask me. They even get a king, Gustav VI Adolf. I mean, who's got a number in the middle of their name? Hey, calma.
Drink, it'll help with the pain. I added some of my special herbs to speed up the healing.
We'll teach that white doctor to doubt the ancient arts. The referees here keep the ball after every game. You believe that? I'll be damned if they keep the winning ball this time. That ball's coming home with me, whether they like it or not.
Signals and the first match of Group 4 is underway. Brazil versus Austria. That's Hala out to right wing Walter Horak. Austria, of course, not as strong as they were 4 years ago. Here's the cross, it's unmoving! An acrobatic save from Brazil. Earlier today, Brazil pulled off a surprising upset against Austria in Group 4. Brazil now prepares to take on England this Sunday. And here in Group 3, Sweden trouncing Mexico 3-0.
I have to admit, it looks a lot better than I expected, but it's still extremely weak.
So you'll clear him?
It'll be excruciatingly painful for him.
I take that as a yes.
Should they talk about this?
Get him on his feet.
It's too dangerous, even the slightest step.
At Rosunda Stadium, Sweden continues to dominate with a 2-0 win over Hungary today, securing their place in the quarter-finals. And in Group 4, Brazil, a heavy underdog coming into the tournament, managed to edge out Austria in their first match, then survived England in a scoreless tie, the first we've seen in World Cup history. The match was a proper bloodbath, leaving 3 of Brazil's starting players injured. Joel, Nino Sani, and striker Jose Altafini, nicknamed Mazzola, whose leg injury will prevent him from playing it today against the Soviet Union.
Come on, Julio.
The Soviets are big and aggressive. Brazil's coach, Mr. Viola, only started one black player before today, but these injuries will force his hand. And we've just received word that Viola will give the nod to defensive midfield reserve Zito, bandy-legged right winger Garrincha, and 17-year-old Edson Nascimento, who comes in to replace Mazzola, and who apparently is himself recovering from a sprained knee.
Let's go! Pull yourself together! You cannot go on camera like this. Cowell! Clean yourself up. Come on, you gotta stand up straight. Up straight! Try to look older than you are for once, for God's sake. You watch Gigi and Zagallo for the shifts. You see Mazzola run. And lace your goddamn boots up.
Hey, Chico, there you are. Listen, you must protect that lip at all costs. It's very weak, and you don't even think about you. It's too dangerous. Good Lord, lace up your boots. Are you trying to get yourself killed? Let's go!
Is there here to see us, not the other way around. Come on, feel this way. You might want to think about tying those.
This marks the first World Cup appearance for Mané Garrincha. There's our trusty midfielder Gigi, who towers over the young Chico Nascimento, who is dwarfed by even his teammates. Clearly the youngest player they've seen in a lineup, and the crowd here having a grand time at his expense.
Don't listen to them, Chico.
It's almost as if they're playing ping pong with the smaller Brazilians and enjoying it.
Our heroes now see a hole in the Soviet defense.
Garrincha pops one through the middle to Baba. The shot! Goal!
Brazil takes the lead 1-0. A stroke of luck for Coach Viola and Team Brazil.
Last-minute changes in the Brazilian lineup seem to have confused the Soviets, and newcomers Garrincha and Baba capitalized. Unlike the young Nascimento, the Soviets have really had their way with it. He'll have to do a better job to stay out of their way if he intends to walk out of here on his own 2 feet.
Chico! Hey! And
another missed pass for Brazil. But nonetheless, the Soviets have yet to capitalize on these turnovers. And with only a few minutes remaining in the match, it appears Brazil may just edge away with this, which would pit them against France in next week's semi-final.
On that push from Nascimento, who shows his frustration after losing the ball. He hesitated on his dribble there, the kind of mistake that can easily lead to injury.
Here's France now, Raymond Coppa. Lays one out for just Fontaine. Fontaine pass, Humon. A goal for France. We were on the boards first with a goal from Vavá, but now France strikes back. That has got to demoralize Brazil as the teams head to the locker rooms after a very physical first half.
I can't play like you. If your leg is better, you should go back in.
It's not my leg. My head is not right.
Your head?
My whole life, all I ever wanted was to be European. Since we've got here, I've realized that I'm Brazilian. And always will be. That day back in Bauru, we showed everyone that part of us, the Ginga, was beautiful. That's what we need now.
The World Cup semi-final. France and Brazil, neck and neck at the start of the second half. Today's winner will advance to Sunday's final, where they will likely face Sweden. France, of course, favoured over Brazil, the only team from outside Europe still in competition.
Comes away with it. Brazil turning the tides, now advancing the ball back downfield.
That's Didi feeding the ball down the middle. It's a chip. Nascimento shoots. Goal! Goal, Brazil! The fake, never seen that before. Marcel grabbing at the lad's shirt, and now he makes Piantoni. Orlando letting him roll behind the Lamar. A quick touch to give and go back to Nascimento. He stepped right over it. Carmel didn't even see it go by. He shoots. It's a goal! Goal Brazil! Goal Nascimento! An otherworldly display by the 17-year-old phenom!
The nail in the coffin! And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Brazil is on their way to the 1958 World Cup final!
He's fine. And, he scored 3 goals.
Listen up. I got 4 days to get you in shape for the final. Everyone take notes. Sweden has been shifting from pyramid 5-3-2 to 3-2-2-3 and sometimes to method 2-3-2-3. We play straight 4-2-4. But if we're gonna beat these guys, we're gonna have to shift formation as they do. And this is how we're gonna do it. To 5-3-2, then we go to 3-4-3. Let's go next. Whatever they run with the method 2-3-3, we match with the 4-3-3. Nobody in the field over here. Para. Everybody is here, and nobody is here. Never follow. Not ever.
But coach, isn't that their shift to 3-4-3?
No. Skoglund sweeps to start Sweden's counter-attack. GG. Sweep only. What is that? I said 4-5-1. GG. Slide over. You run the 4-5-1. Garincha, roll out. You gotta be ready for God on the wing.
Coach.
What?
I don't understand how I'm supposed to be on the wing and covering Skoglund at the same time.
Because you...
The Swedes earned the edge over Brazil in almost every regard. Experience, sophistication, strategy and strength, and even dirty play. Last week we saw West German captain Fritz Walter's illustrious career come to an end after this severe collision with Swedish midfielder Siggy Parling. Well, come Sunday's final, expect Parling sights to be set on the young Edson Nascimento.
Nascimento scored an impressive hat-trick in 20 minutes in the semi-final against France. Coach Rayner, any concern he'll do the same against Sweden in Sunday's final?
No, that's not possible. No, our boys will eliminate him from the equation.
Coach Viola. Coach Rayner's offense outsmarted West Germany, Hungary. Do you have any plan to contain them?
Well, they can't. We will come out strong, score early, and Brazil will panic, just like they did in 1950. They were undisciplined then, and they are undisciplined now. Well, what do you expect? Well, they're abnormal.
You're referring to the mixed race?
No, I mean they are literally abnormal.
Can you elaborate?
Well, yes, in fact, I can. Djalma Santos, full-back. He mangled his hand in an accident while working in a factory as a teenager. The right winger, Garincha, born with a deformed spine and one leg shorter than the other. The reserve, Castillo. He's colourblind and missing a finger. Challenging for a goalkeeper, I imagine.
I heard about the press conference. Everyone here is really down about it. But this is exactly what happened in 50. You can't let that doubt get you.
I heard the guys are calling you Pele now.
Yeah, Jose started it. It's silly.
This is a sign. Now is the time for Pele.
But Sweden's gonna be all over me, Pai. And did you see what they did to Fritz Walter? They're brutal and smart.
Chico.
You believed in yourself against France. Now you must inspire your team to believe in themselves. In Brazil. In the Ginga.
Hey, Gahincha. What the heck, Pele?
Hey, Lighthouse, no bounce.
Come on, kids. Time to wake up. Take a sip. Have some breakfast.
You won't be able to do it alone.
You know we can do this. It's not that hard.
It might be possible.
Zito, come on. Why not? Llama, Casillo, Dizzy. Come on, who's
Hey, where the ball go?
Come on, guys. One Lighthouse. Keep me up, please. No bounce. Big ball. Off the pillar. Right, Papa. Nice one. No stop. Keep that ball. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Get it going. Yeah. Right. Yeah, please. Don't let it fall.
Anyone see it fall?
Not me.
Neither.
All right, get up. Go. Let's go.
I'm sorry, sir.
Wake up, kid. To the lighthouse. Outside! Come on, you do it! Yeah! Long ball! You got Pele long! Run, Pele! Get there! I'm coming, Pele! So close.
You see, that's how it's done.
Tomorrow, you will play for the Jules Rimet Trophy. And if you play the way you played this last week, you will lose. And it will be my fault. The truth is that shifting formations may work miracles for Sweden, but it is not us.
What I saw at the hotel today, that's how we play. They say that we don't all play the same. It's true.
We certainly don't all look the same like they do.
But that's what makes us who we are. We have one thing in common, the ginga.
The joy and the expression of Brazil. So when you take the field tomorrow, forget everything that I told you this last week. I don't want the world to see a bunch of scared Brazilians trying to play like Sweden. I want them to see Brazil just as we are. I don't know if we will win, But I do know that we will show them a beautiful game. What are you all sitting around for? I did not say the practice was canceled.
After a night of heavy rains, it's a brisk summer morning with clear skies here in Stockholm. Fine weather for football as Sweden prepares to host the 1958 World Cup final. The Nordic Titans of Europe will take on the less experienced but ever flamboyant Brazil. Two teams with nothing in common other than perhaps their yellow jerseys. But of course, per the King's decree, Brazil will be forced to wear blue today against the heavily favoured home nation. How many goals will Sweden win by? No one can say. But everyone agrees Brazil will need nothing short of a miracle to take home the Jules Rimet trophy. Already in attendance and millions more tuning in from around the world for the biggest sporting event on earth. No team from outside Europe has ever won the cup on European soil, but that doesn't stop the rest of the world from watching and hoping that one day that may change. There's the King of Sweden, Gustav the Sixth Adolf, with Queen Mountbatten arriving in their box. And now the entrance of our host, Team Sweden. British-born manager George Rayner pulled players from not just Sweden, but other European countries. A bit of a European all-star team, really. And on the other side, Coach Viola and Team Brazil.
And there's our young star Nascimento, now being called Pele by his teammates. It's Pele! But make no mistake, Brazil will need the rest of the team to step up today against the indomitable Swedes. The entire nation has shut down for the day, as every Brazilian from every walk of life comes together to watch the big game.
And there's the starting whistle. It's the goal out to Baba to the young Nascimento, back to Nilton Santos. Goes into him.
Watch out! Oh my! No card there. So either the referee missed that one or it's going to let Parling play her up.
Garincha looking for Nascimento, but he's marked by three yellow shirts. Garincha passes to Zito. Stolen away by Scotland! Sweden's first possession, and now Rayner calls for the shift. Here we go, the Swedes moving quickly downfield. That's Lidholm to Parling, a quick touch over to Hamlin. Hamlin back to Lidholm, and now Hamlin breaks down the right wing. Lidholm centers to Parling. Parling punches a swift pass. He goes back ball and into the area. Simonton down the middle. Hamlin with the cross. It's Simonton! Just wide! A brilliant attack from the Nordic Titans!
And Sweden's applying pressure early on. Humar will take the goal kick.
Trapped by Nascimento, and now finally with an opportunity.
And here he goes, spinning his way through Lindholm and Axbon. Simonson coming in to
How's the
challenge,
timing,
and Pele is back the other way.
Nascimento trying to do it all on his own, and oh my goodness, a huge shoulder from Parling.
Sweden removing Pele from the equation. Just as promised, they're determined to stop his one-man show. And Pele is still down, holding on to that right knee he recently injured.
Brazil down a man, and Sweden looking to capitalize. Kurt Hamlin plays the ball upfield to Lidholm. Lidholm straight to Landa. Now on his own in the area. A shot. Goal! Goal! Sweden! Lidholm less than 4 minutes on the clock, and this is big.
Everyone expected Sweden to come out early, but no one expected it this early. Confidence our clear weak point ever since 1950, and it's hard not to think of that tragic loss now.
The fans remembering Coach Rayner's prediction that an early score would seal the victory. The King, the Queen, George Rayner and Team Sweden, they all want the Jules Rimet trophy to stay on friendly shores, and stay it will from the looks of things. As the victory celebrations begin here in the Sunda Stadium, even the 11 seconds on the field can't deny
evens the score. A most unexpected turn. And this is a Team Brazil like we've never seen them before. Just exuding confidence. Now the big question. Can they do it? It's lead home to Ren, back to Gustafsson, and now over to Hamlin. Hamlin pushing it forward to Simonson, and now Reyna sends his defence forward in a full attack. It's Bergmark forward to lead home, marked by Orlando. He passes to Simonson. Simonson back
1958. The day Brazil won our first World Cup. When the final whistle blew, I fainted right there on the field. When I finally opened my eyes, everything felt like a dream. It had only been 18 months since I first left home, but it felt like years. My mother and father came out to meet me, and Dad reminded me of the promise I made 8 years earlier. But I'll never forget 1958, the year I became Pelé. Our jingle style became known as the beautiful game, and the Brazilians everywhere came to see. It was our differences that made us beautiful.
Vibrar teu coração. É só você acreditar. O que te faz sonhar e seguir com o amanhã. Somos todos diferentes, mas juntos somos um. Oh, ginga, 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 ginga pra vencer. Ginga, ginga, ginga. Ginga pra vencer. A ginga tá na veia, é propriedade brasileira, é parte do que eu sou. Oh, ginga, é na luta, é com garra que eu mostro meu valor. Oh, ginga.